So right, okay. So we've got Craig Beaver Thomas here with us. So I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Yeah. Are you a bit nervous?
Not really.
Right. Okay. So okay. The first thing is tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Craig, as he said, and I do a bit of graphic design, music design, any kind of design really. And this is basically telling you about what I do, getting me out there, setting me free. So,
how did you get involved with the whole graphic and music side to it?
Music, what sort of music? Music was just first a bit younger. I started dabbling about on my dad's guitar and listening to a bit of Oasis, a bit of indie. Then I got into keyboards, and it was just always want to have something to do for a bit of a hobby. So I thought, why not have a go at making some? So I got my kit together, started making a few tracks and getting to know ins and outs. So hopefully there'll be some more stuff coming soon for music. And graphic, we just went to college one day, signed up for multimedia and thought, yeah, I like graphic design and designing posters and advertising for things. So followed that career really.
Okay, cool. Can you tell us about Beaver Media?
At the initial minute, it's a blog on Blogger, which is if you just search for beavermedia.blogspot or something like that, link will be below, can't remember it off by heart. And that's just basically a little insight to what work I've been doing, and it will be developed into a full website, hopefully by the end of the year. It's on Twitter, but it's under CT_media, which is also linked to my Blogger and my YouTube channel.
How is the music your music creation? How is it going?
It's alright to me. It's a bit of a writer's block, but inspiration's coming now. I've been listening to various styles, trying to broaden the horizons, if to say, and then interacting little bits with little bits, and then it's a bit of genre crossover. It's always going to be something unique then, and that's how I want it to sound. I'm not just going to sit and churn same kind of music out week in, week out and just become a monotonous robot to it. So
I'm going to say, because I've noticed on your blogspot it does have a link to some of your demos. Are they demos or experiments?
On SoundCloud, there's some experiments, there's some trance, hard style, well, attempts at hard style, it's not very good, but hardcore, bit of chill out, and yeah, it's just all experimental at the minute. I'm trying to set free from becoming just a standard production robot really.
So you are wanting to, in time, incorporate different sounds and
yeah, definitely
try and work on something new.
Music's always got to evolve. Also, you don't want to just be slave to production trend and be one of them that's I'll get 10 grand for a booking. Not that I'm going to get 10 grand for a booking, but if you want somebody to find your music, you want it to be unique to yourself, that screams out, this is me, and I'm not just another carbon copy of another artist really.
Yeah. So how did you get involved in Project Babylon?
Well, it was with yourself, Matt, really. Obviously, me and you've been friends for a couple of years, and you started the project, showing me. I was like, yeah, that's looks like a good, safe bet. And then you invited me to come along and develop a bit of music for you. So I thought I can't pass that opportunity up. So it's down to you really for that, and thank you for that. So I'm looking forward to working with you on the Project Babylon in the future.
Yeah, hopefully we've got quite a few things that we're wanting to create and a few projects that we have in mind. It's going to be, I think, it's going to be interesting to try and find how all the departments are going to interlock, because now, as you know, following Twitter and Facebook, we've had another addition to the team, Debbie Yang, which is she's now going to be like the head of photography. Yeah, we had a quick conversation on Twitter over there about Fruity Loops, and she said she wanted to be a pro, and well, so do I. Yeah. It's good to see it expanding really, because it just started with an idea, and your ideas it's taken off into plan. So it's nice. So, if in Project Babylon, what is your aim? What would you, if you could, obviously, you're wanting to create like works that you can be proud of and that you can put, you know, the Beaver Media title to, so to speak. What would be your ideal project?
Well, I've been looking at the film that you've been producing, that you've already started producing on. So, the initial intro video was just have a quick look at that, try and get some brainstorming ideas down. And I suppose really just putting the hardest thing to do is film. Well, I say film scores, but music to film is you've got to visualise. So basically, you just, if I'm watching it on YouTube, put it on mute and then try and visualise what you'd be doing there, and then started afresh from there and putting your own ideas into it, and then thinking, yeah, that fits into that little scene, and this will fit into that scene, and then hopefully you guys will be like, yeah, that's what we're after, and then it's not just it's not just the way I develop. You'll be putting obviously input into what you want. So
see, the thing with the project is I think sometimes I kind of worry, because now that we have the likes of Facebook and Twitter, I think we come across as more official, or more, sometimes, I wouldn't say professional, but not as unprofessional as we really should be. Yeah. When really we are just amateurs having a go at this. You know, none of us have really got any experience.
Everybody starts somewhere, really, don't they? So
yeah. So
it could just be one of them things where it gets finished, the editing's done, the music's done, the photography's done, it's aired on YouTube or then Twitter and Facebook, and somebody might see it, and or it takes us one share for somebody, and then or one retweet, and somebody else might see it and get in touch and say, yeah, we like the idea, but we think if you went this way with it, and then you learn from experience, and then obviously you better yourself from that. So every idea starts somewhere. So
that's it. What are you wanting for, let's say, the future of Beaver Media? What are your goals in that respect?
Well, I'd just like to have a nice portfolio for myself, various different projects in it, so I can, when applying for jobs, and I say this is my CV, but I'd always like to have little things on the side to say if I did get a job in the profession, designing, I would continue with little projects on the side, say with yourself, and this probably would be down to you really if anything did ever come from it, that it could be through Project Babylon. So it would be, so everybody's got to have something to do as well as just working in the industry. It's nice to get away from it and do something on your own. Yeah,
well that's it. It's well, as we always say with Project Babylon, it's not, you know, there's no contract, there's not anything, there's nothing to stop anybody who's involved in anything that we do. You know, there's nothing to say that they can't go off and do their own thing. It's basically, Project Babylon is like working more as a portal for people to, so that we can promote what you guys do, and then other people can, you know, are invited to come and see, and if they like it, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, you guys will have enough under your belt to.
Same with you. You could get somebody who might think, yeah, we like your video style, and now you edit your video in, and so your visual professions, and you could take off from there, really.
It depends if they can afford me.
Yeah, true. We want at least 10.
Yeah.
Not 10 grand at least for starters. Don't come cheap.
As respects to you know, the stuff that you do with the music design, you know, stuff like that. What would you say would be your inspiration? Because I know that obviously you are a huge fan of trance and stuff like that. You go to what's the festival you go to every year?
Well, for the last 3 years it's been exclusive, which is hard style. But it's always been trance really. I think I started off with trance, so yeah, trance has definitely been. It's mainly artists like Above and Beyond, Armin van Buuren, Ferry Corsten, Laura Picotto with first kind of artists I ever heard when I was growing up and getting into a style, and I was like, so I tried to take influence from them but not base myself on them as such, but they are big influences to me. And then there's also got like your bands like your Oasis and everything like that. You've got to have a wide, you can't box yourself, you've got to have a wide variety of what you can listen to really, for me, to be able to create your own unique sound.
Absolutely. You know, it's something that we pick up in time, and obviously this will be the first interview for Project Babylon. You know, I'm sure there will be more, and as time goes on, you know, you'll be able to announce a lot of things that you know, and stuff that's going on, and you know, maybe even one day we'll be able to make you a music documentary.
Yeah. You're VH1.
Yeah.
I'm about 50.
Yeah.
VH1,
Behind the music.
VH1 presents.
Behind the music.
Behind the music. Just look, I just see the kids' balloon float off. I got distracted.
But right. Yeah, I think that's it, dude. That's 12 minutes.
You say, is that a wrap, as they say in
That's
the
a wrap.
video section?
Thank you for coming, sir.
No problem. Thanks for having me.